In this way, if the total score is 6 or more than that, then the submit button is clicked. That means if 6 or more of 8 questions have been answered correctly, then a record should be created in the transaction table. Along with the badge, the brief screen should also be displayed. If the total score is less than 6, the landing screen needs to be displayed again. I click UI controls and drag an on event code block here. Let's select the quiz sub button from here and give here as click. An if else code block in the control section is dragged like this to check if the score is 6 or more. Let's drag a code block with a greater than or equal sign under math for the condition here. Score is given to the left side of the code block and 6 is given to the right side. Okay, next we need to store the superhero name, superhero ID and score of the user who got more than 6 points in the transaction table. For that, I click on the data and drag a create record code block like this. Let's give the name of the table here as transaction table. In front of that, you can provide the variable that has been assigned the data table to be entered to each column of the table. For that, we cannot use code blocks. So, I click here on show text. The code we need is in the 82nd line. I remove the word name in curly brackets here and give the name of the column as superhero names. In front of that, the name of the variable that has been assigned the data to be entered should be given to the superhero name column. We assign the superhero name in the variable called superhero name. So, I give here as superhero name. Again, in the same way, the value assigned to the superhero ID variable should be entered in the superhero ID column. Here I type a comma and give it as superhero ID colon superhero ID. Let's store the score in the same way. After typing a comma again, give as score colon score. Let's click on show blocks again. Now, code blocks have been created as we need. Meanwhile, the brief screen should be displayed. I click on UI controls again and drag a set screen code block here. Let's select the score we want from here. I choose breach. If the score is less than 6, the landing screen needs to be displayed again. For that again, a set screen code block under UI controls is dragged to the else part of the if code block. Let's select landing here. There is one more thing. When the final stage of the game is reached and the submit button is clicked, the values of the score and the index variables should return to 0. Also, the submit button needs to be hidden again. Let's click variables and drag 2x equal code blocks away from this if code block. Here, it is given as score equals 0 and in the next code block, it is given as index equals 0. Next, a hide element code block in the UI controls is dragged to hide the button again. Let's give as quiz sub button for the name of the button. Okay, now we have finished creating the superhero game. Let's click the run button. If you made it in this way, you little ones are very talented. To see your creation, WhatsApp it to the number note 7681252244. Tell your friends about the creation. Send it to me and send it to your friends to see this app. And one more thing, you can join the DP Coding School Telegram group and try to be the DP Code Champ Best of the Week once every week. For that, keep in touch with us. Let's meet with another interesting lesson through DP Coding School. Have a nice day.